front of me. Person in front of me is just as slow. It's not like I can really go anywhere. Just going to school right now. I'm just tired. Like, today's not really gonna be a super exciting vlog. Alright, so I just got out of school and I'm gonna do a little story time to make this vlog a little more interesting. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do though for story time. Think about, let's see. Alright, the first time I went to New York City. So it was with my friends Nick, Christian, and Matt, and we were going there. I think we were going there just to skate around the city, and so we drove there really, like, not super early, but probably like 8 in the morning. We left, and when we were like, it was mostly all highway, and then I remember me and Nick were in the back seat, and we saw a Lamborghini on the highway, and then I remember I had to pee so bad, like, I'm talking the worst I've ever had to pee. Like, it was terrible. And then, so, but that wasn't the main part. I mean, the drive wasn't the main part. But yeah, I had to pee really bad. So then when we got there, I was just like, I was debating on, like, legit, like, peeing in a water bottle in, like, Christian's car. Like, it was so bad. And then we got there, and I told Christian, I was just like, yo, just like find anywhere to park. Like, I was like, find the nearest spot to park. Like, I don't care. So we parked. I forget which like borough we parked in, but I only crossed the Manhattan Bridge, and I think before we crossed, I had to pee so bad, and we parked in like this sketchy parking garage, and there's like no, I don't know, where do you go to the bathroom in New York City? Like, they don't have like public bathrooms anywhere. So I was like, I was so desperate, and like, I was just like, alright, screw this. So we went to a park, and I like crawled underneath this bush. It was like a weird bush. I don't know. It was weird. And I went pee underneath the bush. That sounds weird, but I like had to pee so bad. It felt so good though. And so then we skated across the Manhattan Bridge, and it's like half of it was like crazy uphill, but then then when we were going down the other side, it was kind of just like bombing down the bridge. It was so fun. They were like doing work on the bridge, so we were like weaving in and out of scaffolding and stuff. And then when we got there, I think we might have went and got pizza first. Then we skated around this spot next to the pizza house. It was like this famous spot. And then we just got pizza in like a little place. And then we went to LES and skated there for a little bit. And then we just like cruised around the city. And that was pretty much the whole day. But then at night, I remember we were like, oh, like, we didn't want to be there all night. That was our thing. I think Nick had to be, it was a Sunday, yeah, I remember. It was a Sunday, and Nick had to be home by like 12, I think it was. So we were like, oh, okay, we gotta go like soon, because he wanted to be home by 10, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. He wanted to be home by 10, but we got home at like 12, 1 in the morning. So we were gonna leave at 8 to be home by 10, but then we were like skating back to the parking garage, and we saw this like tunnel, and it was like a light show or something. It had like projectors, and the whole tunnel was like changing, like the top of the tunnel was changing, and we legit like sat there for like hours. We were like, oh my god. We sat there for at least an hour, or no, probably not an hour, probably half an hour. So then we're like, oh man, we gotta go. So that we got back to the parking garage, and we're like leaving, and then remember we stopped somewhere in New York. I don't think it was in New York City, but we stopped. No, it might have been in New York City. We stopped somewhere again in New York City on the side of the road for something, and then I remember Matt, we were parked, like, not parked on the sidewalk, but like our car was close to the sidewalk, and it was like pitch black out, and Matt opened his door, and he must not have heard the guy, but there was a cyclist coming by, and his like handle hit Christian's door, and he's like, yo, Matt's like, oh my god, like what just happened? We got Taco Bell at like 12 at night, and then after that, I remember we got lost and ended up at MetLife Stadium where the Mets play, and I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, and then after that, we just hauled it back home, and yeah, and then just went to sleep and went to school. Remember, I was so tired that next day. And that was the year, that was junior year, and Nick was in like all my classes, so I remember we were talking like, yo, it's crazy how we just like were in New York like a couple hours ago, and now we're just back at school. Like, it sucked. I'd love to live in New York. I love this city. So I was like super excited the first time I went. I mean, it's sick, don't get me wrong, still sick. Every time I go, I love it. I fall in love with it. Alright, so I was trying to vlog at school, and I noticed that every time I brought my GoPro outside, all it would hear was wind, and I needed a wind screen pretty much for my microphone, the built-in microphone. So I was going to buy a Windslayer from Gopro. Those are $20. And why would you buy one of those when you could just make your own? So I think this is the first ever how to make your own GoPro Windslayer. I have no clue if this will work, but let's find out. So like most people, I assume, I bought one of these. They're not knockoff GoPro cases, but they're not sold directly from GoPro. So I bought one of these cases off Amazon for I think $11. It was like a package deal, and inside it comes like this. and there's all these are supposed to be foam, but there's a foam insert. So I took this out and I was looking at it. And I measured up the GoPro to it, and I was like, wow, this is the perfect size. So I figured, why not try to make a windscreen out of it. So first step, what I'm going to do is pretty much cut the bottom half off. I got a razor blade. Let's see if it works. Alright, so I got the bottom split. Now I'm just going to go in, hit it with the Dremel. I have no clue if this is going to work, but I hope so. Okay, so that idea worked terribly. The glue didn't even stick. So instead, we got this piece. We're going to see if we can make it work. If not, it's whatever. So first, just shave off the outside edge right there. Without the windscreen. Now GoPro with the windscreen. Okay, now with the windscreen. Alright, so I pretty much just carved out a quick windscreen. I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, just a windscreen for my GoPro. Obviously, if I put it in there, you wouldn't be able to see it, but all I did was just take like a razor blade and just carve it out. Other than that, I'm tired. Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm like delusionally tired. Alright, well, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel.